Okay, so the negative claims that a minor basically doesn't have to inform their parents if they want to get an abortion. And he does say that there is very little side effects, I guess you could say, caused by the surgical procedures of the abortion. But actual physical side effects aren't the only thing or the only harm that teens are affected by when they get an abortion. For example, medical complications are the only side effect a teen is exposed to when getting an abortion. Guilt, remorse, and depression are side effects many teens suffer after an abortion. I did find two personal testimonies on two girls, one saying Tina, the other one saying Rachel, who both got abortions. One was 13, and she said to have felt depressed, getting very little sleep, and she felt alone. She had nobody to speak to. And Rachel, who was, I believe, barely 18, she found out she was pregnant on a Saturday, and on a Tuesday she decided she wanted to get an abortion. She does regret that taking such an important decision in very little time, and she explains that the doctors never informed her of any of the emotional, psychological, and mental after effects she would go through. Also, teens may not be mentally healthy prior to the procedure. Once a woman finds out she is pregnant, especially if you're a teenager, yes, it is hard to think that you are now going to be a mother. A lot of things are going to change. And I found an article, Unplanned Pregnancy, about abortion. Medical abortion is a termination method that is a safe option for some women, but not for others. Also, the negative mentions that the choice for the abortion should be made only by the mother herself because it is her body. But a minor is not mature nor responsible enough to make the decision. In the article of What are the Legal Rights of Children, it states that because children are still developing both physically and mentally, they aren't considered capable of handling the same rights as mature adults. For instance, children don't have the right to vote, own property, consent to medical treatment, sue or be sued, or enter into certain types of contracts. So what makes you think they have the right to decide over ending their pregnancy, which will not only affect their life, but the father of the child and anybody else's life that is involved, such as her own parents. And also, it is stated in medical care minors may receive without parental consent, that in general, medical treatment may not be provided to a minor without consent from a parent or guardian. The school cannot give a child an aspirin, but yet again, a child can go get an abortion in a clinic and the parents will not be told about this procedure. That just does not seem right. And also, I found that in the California Penal Code section 653, that a minor cannot even get a tattoo, and if they're under the age of 18. So if the negative is stating that because if it's her body, it's her choice, then why is it that she can't get a tattoo if she wanted to, if she's a minor? And for the last claim was abortion procedures are safe and medical complications due to procedures. And then they also state that the parent does not need to know about the confidential medical procedures that the child goes through. But found in the legal rights and responsibilities of a parent must serve a child's emotional and physical needs and protect the child from abuse from the other parent or any other household member. So if it's a parent's right to protect their child, and if an abortion will cause them to go through emotional distress, it is their right to be there to support their child. And also in the mandatory parental consent notifications laws, it was found that supporters of mandatory parental involvement assert that such measures will protect the health and promote the best interests of young women. So just because parental consent will be required does not mean that the parent will oppose to the child having an abortion. It only means that they will help them choose the correct decision, whether it's keeping the child, aborting, or giving it up for adoption. And parental consent can make the procedure easier for the minor. As I found in the article, Abortions in Teenagers, Reasons and Effects, most times teenagers get pregnant when they are in a casual relationship, and they are hence not ready to take the responsibility of a child. They may have a lack of money, or they think they might not have a family support. But that is not always the case. If the parent is never notified, the child will never know whether the parent would have been supportive of their pregnancy or not. And also found in Unplanned Pregnancy about abortion, many young women find it useful to talk with a trusted adult about the decision to terminate a pregnancy. So if it is already easy and useful for a teen to talk to her parent about what is going on in her life, Shouldn't it just be required for them to know of such an important decision?